I'm Kat, and I like money like most people do. But the difference with me is that even as a child, I would hoard money. I did everything to just make a few bucks. Oh, in my case, krona, because that's the Danish currency and I'm from Denmark. When I was around maybe 6 years old, I already started selling art to my parents. I could get up to 5 crowns and even more just from one drawing. That's like $1 each. So, like the little businesswoman I was, I started mass producing them. More drawings equals more money, right? I even hired my brother to help me. And when I say hired, I don't really mean hired. He just kind of sat there and drew like the 1 year old he was. And I got all the money. I guess I was seeing the potential in utilizing child labor from an early age. My mother eventually started complaining, saying that the drawings didn't have enough effort put into them. And I had to slow the mass production down. Well, I have some of those old drawings, and I actually found a few with price tags on them, so we can see if my prices were fair. And let me just warn you, I might have overvalued them a tiny bit. Anyway, enough talking. Let me show you some masterpieces. Alright, so I have all of my drawings here, but we're only gonna be looking at these ones. The first drawing is this cat. I remember I used one of my little toys as a reference for this one. It had kind of a lot of fur in the head, so that's why it's very scribbled. I love the way I made the tail, it's very cute. So this beautiful cat went from, can you guess how much? I mean, it kind of says it right there, but 5 krona. And to put that into perspective, that's 0.75 US dollars or 0.67 euro. So this was one of my cheaper drawings. And this next one, um, yeah, I hope you can see what I tried to go for. It's a 3D box. You know, I was practicing that perspective from an early age, gotta hustle. Um, and the funny thing about this one is that I, if you look at the price, I started off by writing 30, but then I was like, oh yeah, I kind of fucked this up, didn't I? And I changed it to 10 crowns, still expecting a lot of money for this one. This next drawing is of a dog. I'm just telling you it in advance because I feel like you deserve to know that. All right, here we go. Yeah, that's a dog. Maybe an alternative dog screaming for help. I mean, this could be considered nightmare fuel now, couldn't it? What the fuck? I mean, at least I gave it a name. Meet Fido. Alright, so this one was 11 crowns, and we're hurrying on to the next one. By first glance, this might actually look like a decent artwork, but this was most definitely one of my mass productions. You can see that because all of the lines are very rushed, and I just kind of spammed colors. I think I just kind of felt like this one looked nice and thought I could fool my parents because this one was 35 crowns, which is about 4.5 euro or 5.3 US dollars. Now, moving on to the final drawing I'm gonna show you. This one is quite interesting because it's one of the first and only ones I actually put a lot of effort into. Look at all those color theories, I have the blue, the yellow, the reds, and I was being creative, or at least I felt like I was. Go ahead and guess what you think I priced this one. I feel like I could have actually priced it higher. Um, I only put 50 crowns to this one, and it's not horrible compared to the other one, but it's still like 7.5 US dollars for something I spent 2 minutes on. Anyway, now you've seen some of the drawings I made. I hope you're inspired. If you are 6 years old or around that age, go ahead, utilize my strategies, steal some of my fucking artwork ideas. I mean, it's not like it was my original idea to put a lot of colors on a page and sell it. So, have fun. I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of proud of myself for being such a businesswoman, but I wasn't only making money in this humble of a way. Now let's talk about what I did besides art. Now, one of the first rules I made when I was young was the rule that said this: if there's any money laying around, it's now mine. That meant whenever I would go around the house finding coins laying around, I would just take them. They were mine now. I don't care. I told my parents, I was like, it's mine now. That's my rule. And they tried to stop me, but I guess I just was kind of a little thief. Um, Another thing I did was the cursing tax, which is very common for kids or parents to do, where you have to pay money if you curse. But, since I made it, I could go around cursing all the time because, I got the money anyway. And I decided to make a cursing box the exact same day my mom's TV died, and I earned a shit ton of money that day. I mean, I might have been kind of a scammer as a kid, and I earned sometimes more per drawing than I do now as a semi-professional. I overvalued my pieces so fucking much, but I think it's fine to look back at that. At least I had respect for money. I didn't go rip money up because I thought it would be funny. Anyway, that's how I was a businesswoman as a child. And I still am. I am very much not happy about spending money, but that's how life is now, isn't it? I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to see more of my old drawings, I might make my old sketchbooks video in the future, just because I have a lot of drawings from when I was younger. I started taking art seriously when I was around 12 years old, so I have a ton of drawings since then. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. Have a nice day.